And one of the things that I loved the most about network marketing was the community, because I saw all these amazing people who were big visionaries, who were big dreamers. First of all, I loved that part, to be surrounded with people like this, because they were like a breath of fresh air. I can become a sponge and learn from them as much as I can, even though at that moment I already had my own business. I already was fairly successful for a 21-year-old, but that was kind of like something that motivated me tremendously. But the biggest thing that motivated me was a little bit later, when if you heard my story the first day, I had a lot success prior. I was pretty financially independent woman, and then I lost it all. And I at that time I had no money to start business, and my kind of like, and in my head I was describing, it's like, you know what, I want to find a business that I don't need to invest hundreds of thousands and millions, because that's what I did when I started my own generic business. And then I already had 2 kids at the time, and I was like, well, what do I do? You know, I want to spend some time with them. I don't want to be like, because as a business owner, people don't realize, yes, it sounds cool and sexy, you know, you're a business owner, but then you are first person to open the doors, you're the last person to close them, you're the person who is taking all the risks, taking care of all the problems, solving all kinds of crazy challenges, overcoming your fears, and at the same time you're the last person to get paid. So if you are an entrepreneur, I'm sure you can relate. And if you can relate, let me see your hands if you went through that same journey. And even though it kind of gave me some kind of a freedom of finances and a little bit of time, but it's still not that freedom that I wanted. And when I lost my business, I was constantly describing those things. I want to travel. I want to spend some time with my kids. I want to become independent again. I want to feel like a strong and powerful woman again. I want all of those things again. And I was like, what is this business? You know, where I can make the money, where I can have that freedom and all that. So I came to all of my friends and they said, it doesn't exist. I was like, you don't know, it does. I'll find it. So then I realized, like, all these years being an entrepreneur and going through the loss of all of that, I was describing network marketing in my head. And then it just hit on me. I was like, I need to go back to network marketing. So I went back to network marketing, and I fell in love with the product. I fell in love with the opportunity. And I was not pitching or selling anything to anybody. I was just speaking from my heart and say, hey, listen, this product, this service changed my life. Let me show you how it can change yours. But in the meantime, also, you changing lives of people and you getting paid. I mean, it's like, where else are you gonna find the opportunity like this? So we're actually here right now. We have the financial excuse to hang out with cool and smart and intelligent and like-minded people. This is what network marketing is. And one of the people on my cross line in my company, she is still a super successful woman. She is a big pop star, very famous musician in Russia, and her husband is pretty successful businessman. So she doesn't need to do network marketing for the money. And one time I asked her, I was like, tell me, why are you doing this? You don't need the money. You have more money than anybody. Why are you doing this? And she said, Marina, you know what? I'm very successful and I'm blessed and I'm grateful, but not everybody on my family are as blessed as I am. So what do? They come to me. And what do? They ask for money. And okay, I'm gonna give them money, I'm gonna give them advice, and then what happens? They spend the money, they need more. They come back to me and ask for more money. And I realized that this process never going to end. And she told me a very key concept. She said, instead of giving people fish, I want to teach them how to fish for themselves. And that's what network marketing does. Yes, you can change your life. Yes, you can become financially free if you learn the skills, if you implement them, if you change your mindset, if you work really hard. we're not growing magic beans here. You're not going to become successful overnight, but if you do all of those steps, you will become successful in this profession. But now, more than anything, through this journey, you can impact millions and millions of lives. You can teach people how to fish on their own. And right now, especially during this pandemic, during the circumstances that we have everywhere around the globe, people need that hope. People need that answer. Every single person going to bed at night praying for a solution, and you just might have one. So things like that's what gets me up in the morning. That's what makes me go through my fears, through my challenges, through my obstacles, because it's not about me anymore. Because fear and being overwhelmed, and all of those things that Pete just mentioned, they all come from the perspective when you concentrate on you. When you think, it's like, oh, will people laugh at me when I'm doing the presentation? Because what if I messed up some words? Will they think I'm crazy when I tell them about all my hopes and dreams? Will they laugh at me when I start sharing my opportunity with everybody around me? Will they look funny at me? I understand that network marketing is not necessarily the most respected profession in the world, but it's up to us to change that by becoming the professionals, and by us understanding that it's not just about us. This profession, it's not just about Marina Worre. It's not about Eric Worre. And Pete is not quite in the profession, but he came from this background as well. Network marketing catapulted his future and his entire success, what he has today. But understanding that you are impacting lives, understanding that when you go out of this place and your fear and thinking about you, just yourself, and go out to help people and change their lives, then you're gonna crush those fears. And that's becoming the main reason why this profession is absolutely an amazing gift.
Yeah, I echo everything Marina said, and I would say